Alright guys, so it's the next morning. We're gonna go take the boat out and I think we're gonna go down the river. We had a fantastic day fishing on the lake yesterday. We caught about 60 fish, took pictures of them all. I think almost a dozen of them were probably 3-4 pounds. And it was just a really good day. So we're gonna head out to the river. Smallmouth bass on the Chippewa River in Wisconsin. We've got the river rig ready to go here. This is actually called a drift boat. It rides very shallow in the water. It's very light. It's very convenient to fish out of from all angles. There's not really a lot to it. It's got an in-boat anchor system, which is pretty sweet. It's just an oar boat. You can put a motor on it, a little trolling motor if you want to, but we'll be going downstream and we're just going to be floating today. It's a fantastic little boat for going down rivers and just staying really shallow in the water. It won't get hung up on rocks, it won't get hung up on sticks. It's made out of plastic, really hard plastic, so it won't break. It's like a polyurethane, some sort of plastic, but it's a really just a nice boat. It's a Boulder Boat Works, built in Boulder, Colorado. Fantastic boat. We're gonna be fishing rubber worms for smallmouth today too. We've got all of our rods, all of our gear. We've got the cooler, our rain gear. One thing that's kind of interesting when you're going down a river is one thing you need to do is you need to drop off one car where you're putting in the river, and then you need to take the truck and the trailer and drop it off at the end of the river where you're taking out, and then you have to double back and come and get your second car. That's pretty much the only way. It's called, I forgot what it's called. So when you're fishing a river, it's pretty much a two-person system. You know, I could throw a mini bike in the back of the truck and hide the mini bike in the woods and then get down there, but that just involves a whole lot of work and a little bit of risk of somebody maybe stealing your boat or your mini bike or something like that. The mosquitoes are terrible. I'm waiting for my brother. We're gonna hit some breakfast, we're gonna go to town, and we're gonna take off to the river. Should be very exciting. All right guys, so we're on the river. Tom just took the truck up the hill there. He's gonna go shuttle the car. And what we do is, we have two people, so we put the boat in. We drop one car off down at the takeout. Oh, I'm drifting away here. All right, guys, so we got the boat in the river. Tom's just coming back from shuttling the cars. What we did is we actually dropped the first car off at the takeout, came and put the boat in. I stayed with the boat. Tom took the truck back to the takeout, swapped out cars, picked up the car, and came back this way. He's gonna park the car. So when we take out, we'll have the truck and the trailer. We can pack up, come up here, get all our stuff, take out, grab the car, and then head out. Yeah, up there on the right past the boats. And we're gonna go down the river. I've got the boat all put together. All the rods are lined up, ready to go. The cooler is stacked. We have soda, food, no beer, because we're not gonna get drunk. And hopefully we catch some fish. I had one bite out here, so that's a pretty good sign. And hopefully we get into some awesome smallmouth today, because they're one of my favorite fish to catch. Pound for pound, they're one of the best fighting fish you can catch in freshwater, and they can really put up just an awesome fight. So let's get to it. All right, so we made it out on the river. We've got the drift boat loaded up. I'm fishing with a crayfish, imitation Rapala crayfish. It's one of the best smallmouth lures I think there is on the market in my opinion. But we caught one smallmouth already, so that's a pretty good sign. I had another bite. But we're just gonna work down the river pretty slowly and work all the kind of side pockets and eddies and channels, and we'll see if we can catch some big fish. All right, so we're coming down the river here. We're just moving along. We've been out here for maybe an hour, just under an hour. Pretty slow start, but it's beautiful woods river here. We're enjoying the day, just cruising down the river, making our way through the rapids. Hopefully we can pull in some more fish here. We're gonna switch over to the left side of the river. Last time we were out here, we switched to the right side, so hopefully we can pull them off the left. We're fishing crayfish, jointed minnows. We have a couple worms. All right, so we've been fishing the smallmouth up really close to the bank. They're kind of sitting near the rocks and the drop-offs, and we're just pulling them slowly off the shore, and that's where they should be, but I feel like it's a little slow. But I think we'll be getting into them if it warms up just a little bit more. All right, so we're sitting out here in the current fishing this little scum hole right here, and we saw a fish roll about 2 feet from the shore. I picked up the skitter popper, threw it right to where I saw the fish take it, and ended up taking my lure. So we caught this smallmouth on a topwater. I think it's a pretty decent fish. I'm using a pretty lightweight rod to fight it. It's a great fight. But we're using the Rapala skitter popper. Fantastic bait. I once heard it should be illegal in Canada because it's so good. But now this guy's in the current, he's really starting to fight, but hopefully we can get him here. I'm just gonna be really angry if I snap this fish off. We've been fishing for about 2 hours. We haven't really seen anything. We need this. Come on, little guy. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a big smallmouth. And you notice it's smallmouth compared to the largemouth. That's pretty much the primary difference. These are going to be brown and gold with black spots on the top, and the largemouth have those big black stripes going down the middle. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of this and get it back in the water. Alright guys, so got our first smallmouth on a little bit here, just a nice fantastic fish. He kind of got beat up a little bit, so I'm going to let him right go into the water there. I caught him right off that dock. One of the things about fishing next to docks that you need to do is you got to keep that fish from going underneath that dock and getting wrapped around a post, or you'll completely lose him, snap your gear off, lose your lure, the whole deal. But that was a nice little fish. We're catching all of our fish in this slack water, kind of around all these bends. They're all kind of back in here just hanging out, being lazy, eating some easy food. So hopefully we'll catch a few more here. But it's I would say it's a pretty mediocre, slowish day so far, but you know, got about maybe 4 fish so far. Yeah! Nice! I got that on camera! Woo! Nice little smallmouth. Perfect cast.
You gotta really let them eat it.
Yeah.
Otherwise
oh yeah, you do. You really gotta let them eat it. That's what you do with the ladies.
Well, they're hitting it slow, so you pull it out of their mouth really easily.
Oh, we call that a dork. He lost his fish before he got it to the boat. So when that happens, you yell, dork! So everybody on the river knows that this guy just lost a fish. Which is kind of disappointing because it would have been nice just to see another fish in the boat today. Because these smallmouth there, I think as the day goes on, the fishing's probably getting just a little better. But the fact that we're getting on top water is awesome. That's the best kind of fishing you can do. It's just really exciting watching them actually take the lure. Alright, so we got our first northern in the boat. Pretty solid fish. We're going to get him out of the net here. We've never caught a northern on the river before, so that's pretty cool. It's been a while since either I've actually caught a northern. Look at all that slime. If I can get him to open his mouth for you, there are so many teeth in there, it's ridiculous. But we're going to have to get him out of the net. Alright, so we got our first northern on the river. Look at those teeth in there. His teeth are just absolutely nasty. You don't want to stick your finger in there. We're going to take a picture of him and put him back in the water. That's a pretty good predator right there. It's similar to a muskie.
Teeth mark in the
side.
He's
got huge teeth marks, probably from a muskie, but this is a northern. Muskies have lines that go up and down, or they're either silver and brown, and northerns have the lines that go sideways. So I hope you guys can see this. It's actually one of his teeth that got ripped out. Northern are like shark. Their teeth fall out and get ripped out over time, and they just keep growing back and growing back and growing back. You know, and the older they get, the more teeth they have. So that's pretty cool. Caught him on the first cast on a Rapala skitter popper. Let it in. All right. Another nice smallmouth. Go pick it up. Skitter popper's killing it.
Yep.
So the sun came out and the fish have started biting really. We're fishing the slow water right up next to the shore. There's where we're catching them. That's the same place we caught that northern. Hopefully we'll catch a lot of fish. Alright guys, so there's the bridge that we're going to take out on. We're getting pretty close to the end of our trip here. We just raised one more fish on this last stretch, so we're sitting here spending a few minutes trying to get him to bite again, see if we can pull him out of the water. Not quite sure what it was. But the wind picked up.
Look at the snake in the
river.
My
God, there's a snake in the river. It'd be awesome if a muskie ate it on camera. Viral video. I hate snakes. There it is. That is a snake. Wow. All sorts of wildlife on this river. Well, we're gonna paddle down and pull the boat out. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this fishing vlog. Unless we catch another fish, I'll go ahead and film it for you guys. But thanks for watching John's Fishing Channel. Really appreciate it. This has been the Chippewa River in northern Wisconsin. It's been absolutely awesome. And just like that, he catches another fish. Looks like a pretty decent smallmouth we got there. Pop in the boat, pop in the net. Set him down right there. He's off, he's off, he's off. Nice little smallmouth. Take a picture of that. Gonna need a pliers for this one.
You can get him under the gills with that glove.
So we got another northern in the boat. Tom caught this one. It's a little smaller than the last one. He's got some bite marks on the side of him too. Like it's been chopped out pretty good. Kind of funny. They're on his head on this side. Interesting. So look at those teeth. He's just ready to bite. All right, so we're gonna put him back and he's gonna swim away. Those little ones, they take off quick. That's a pretty good fish. Alright guys, so we're off the river. We've got the boat pulled in. We're gonna throw everything in the back of the truck, drive back up the road a couple miles, he'll pick up the car, then we'll be headed back to the cabin. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Had a fantastic day of fishing, caught a lot of awesome fish, and hopefully we can make another great fishing video for you guys soon.